let's talk about this new Monaleo album. What's it called again?
Who did the body? Which you explained to me very graciously what that meant. You can say it again.
So I believe it's a reference to what black people, which it starts the album with that, where they say she looks so lifelike, and like they say, I wonder who did the body. This a very black person thing, very black American thing. When somebody dies at funerals, you wonder who did the body, which is I don't know why we do that, but I think it boggles our minds that like yo they look good, they did though. Like how they look good.
How do you make them look alive?
Who did the body? So I think it was, I know for a fact it meant to be reference to that, and I think that the title "Who Did the Body" was meant to be like "Cause I'm killing the game," which feels like she left that for a little minute. But also, you listen to the album, she truly does kill the game with his album. I'm ready to put this above the Cardi B album. I'm ready.
Really? Even with the songs that you didn't like.
It was only one song. It was really only one song.
It was
the song towards the end.
Yeah.
That was called "Locked In," right? Was that?
No, it was Dignified. It was Dignified.
Dignified.
This is the 4-minute joint where she says, Freak Show had Lizzo. I hated that one. But Dignified is the one with the, you pointed out, Pooper was said multiple times.
Yes. So Dignified is the one I think she should have had Lizzo on. Like Lizzo singing that big ass hook would have been amazing. Like I wrote in my notes, I said, if you got a Lizzo budget, that's the record you blow the Lizzo budget on. Yeah, that's the record.
That's
you don't waste you don't waste the Lizzo budget on "Open the Gates." It was
no Freak Show.
For some reason I didn't write nothing down about Freak Show.
Well, because
all I know is that here's what I said. At some point, here's what I wrote about Freak Show. Ear Drummers and Mike Will made that beat in Big 225. Number one, we don't need Ear Drummers or Mike Will made it to make any beats in Big 25.
Bro, what you doing?
I'm
like
so
that,
dead ass,
bro. Nah,
I'm serious, bro. Let's be honest. We don't need Ear Drummers. We don't need Mike Will made it to make any beats in Big. When I heard that, I immediately like cringed.
Why?
Because it was so 2014 core. And also the beat resembled it. The beat wasn't like, oh shit, they cooked some fire shit. It was the most simplest of trap beats that anybody could have made.
It was, I mean, it was some like weird, weird shit, which I think that was the sauce. And like, so I see what you're comparing. What you're saying is very much like 2014, 2015, 2016, because it's like it definitely didn't sound like any beat you hear now. But I thought it was refreshing to hear something that sounds kind of different on a rap release, you know. That's why. But I'm not decided. I don't know if that's my favorite song. I don't know if that's my favorite beat. I just find it like, oh, that's cool. I don't hate. I like Mike Will still, bro. I don't know what he's doing in the Big 25, but I fuck with Mike Will, yo. It's always a welcome surprise.
That shit was aggressively millennial core. At some point, Lizzo says the lyrics, "I'm from H-Town. I suck dick with my girls on." And that is like an image that I would see on Tumblr in 2014.
Bro.
It is so aggressively millennial core. And I'm just like, I don't need this.
You're right.
But also, I think it makes a statement about who this album was trying to reach. This album, to me, is making a strong attempt to reach the aunties and uncles who will become gatekeepers on Twitter. Those black millennial liberals who become gatekeepers on Twitter. She makes a real strong effort, and I don't think the effort is going to be like wasted on. I think they will receive this well to be well received by that crop.
Yeah, I think my biggest problem with the album is that I think it's very clear that there's two people that she's trying to reach, or like two sounds that she's trying to do. Because I do think there's those songs like Freak Show or like I said, like Dignified, or even like obviously Sexy Solon was one of the singles that like there's songs that sounds like that. Also, what's the one? I think it's Spare Change or Locked In. One of those sound like an Ice Cube song. Like, she's definitely trying to get that sound, but then she does fucking Tamron Hall, which sounds like a fucking Drake song. Which is like melodic. It almost reminded me also when Lotto went melodic.
Spare Change it was Spare Change that sounded like
the Spare Change? Song. Okay.
Yeah, Spare Change.
Okay, Spare Change. Thank you. But Tamron Hall sounded like a Drake song. And I'm like, okay, so you're trying to do kind of two different sounds. And you're able to do both, which is why I see what you're saying about, like, you're putting this above Cardi. Because I do think her talent, like her tonality, the way she raps, I think the songs here are well made. I do think she has her talent, I think, is like, no, these are great songs. But I struggle with the conflict of those two different sounds kind of jumping all over the place. I would go from melodic to an Ice Cube song, to the Lizzo song, to like back to like some trap shit. That was my problem. It felt like throwing shit at a wall.
I tell you this, Tamara Hall and Spirit Chains being the 200 reference is very interesting to me because I think Tamara Hall is the best song in this album.
I loved it. No,
That's just
that's
amazing.
I'm
That
referring.
is
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely the best song on the album. But
yeah.
also, I do think Spirit Change being a 1980s Ice Cube flow song where she's trying so hard to get the unks is very indicative of what the album's trying to do. And I think you're right about that.
Yeah, you see
she is
that back to
trying
back. That actually blows my mind. Those two songs are back to back.
Locked In was in between of those two. Locked In was in between. That was the BK the Ruler song
That's
that
right.
you and I disagreed with on twitch.tv /4 streams. For says where that we disagreed about what it sounded like. You said it sounded like Mariah Scientist. I said it sounded like BK the Ruler, which is a little bit of tangent here. I've been saying that BK the Ruler have been trying to make that sound, trying to make that sound for a while now. And I think that tonality and the voice sound like BK the Ruler, but I do see where you're coming from, where I think the actual performance was more Mariah the Scientist.
More traditional, which I don't think is bad.
Yeah.
But that's why I didn't see it. But I think the voice is there. It's just somebody, Demi said it in chat. Shout out to Demi. She's trying to get the Kendrick and Drake stance, which is kind of funny. It's actually might be a winning strategy in the Big 25. I don't know. Yeah. I haven't seen this put in practice, but that's interesting to say the least. But I think the clash of it. I will say I don't know how many full Monaleo albums I've heard, because I don't consider her like an album artist necessarily. Like, I'm not like every time she drops an album I'm like I can't wait to listen, because she drops a lot of singles throughout the year. Like, she's constantly dropping music, she's constantly dropping singles. So I think maybe this is just how she approaches any album. I will say 12 tracks, 32 minutes. Thank you.
Perfect length.
Love that.
Perfect length.
Love that. That didn't overstay its welcome at all. If anything, I feel like I don't know. That's the only thing that was a little annoying. But individually, there is a lot of songs I will go back to on this album. So ultimately,
there's songs that I want to play for people like tomorrow. Like, I think this would go good when I'm chilling with Shawty Doo-Wop.
Yeah,
I think this record would go stupid. Like, there's records I want to put people onto, which is like a plus for any rapper. Where like I want to show people your music.
Yeah.
I do think that there was the Bigger Than Big record, which was the second song on the album. It leaned so heavy into like the black church aesthetics, and that's something you didn't understand really at all. But I knew for a fact this is her getting the Twitter aunties. Now I'm saying you don't understand this because if you don't know this about Four is a Dominican immigrant. Came here as 11 years old.
I thought you were gonna say something completely different. I'm glad you went with that.
Nah, I'm not. No, you know. But I think that record that was to me was the first attempt of the black aunties gonna love this, but also to come back around to it, which I think this one's interesting to me. History of Diary of an OG. That song dead ass almost made me cry.
Yeah,
like I'm dead ass because I'm not the oldest girl. I'm the oldest boy of 4, so my experience with being the eldest is a bit different than hers, 1000%, and I don't knock that. But there is something super relatable about being the oldest of multiple kids. Of like, damn, I am parent number 2.
Yeah,
and like I feel like she taps into that so uniquely. Which I think the line she says, you got a roof of your head. What else do you need? She's like, well, I'm raising these kids side by side with you. Like, I'm your babysitter. I'm the counselor. I'm your I do everything around this bitch. I feel exhausted and drained by everything I have to do. And I related to that 100%. I think that is going to resonate big time with the Twitter aunties, but also it could resonate with some young people too.
Yeah.
Some older Gen Z and some younger Gen Z who are the oldest kids to be like, yo, this shit, I feel that.
I'll say even if that's not your actual experience, I think me listening to it, you can feel the emotion. Like, it comes through across the song regardless. So I think the song is successful in that way, either way. And it's funny, we've been talking about all these different songs that stood out to us for different reasons and all kind of sound different. I think, so I came to the conclusion of like, even though everything was clashing to me in terms of like, oh, there's a lot of different sounds going on. To me, I cannot, if an artist is this versatile and this good at it almost, because it almost feels like, okay, what you really need then maybe is like an executive producer or something that can shape an album, because that's probably maybe not your strength. But if you are able to do all these different songs and you want to showcase it, I don't think there's anything wrong. So I'm kind of like in my head backtracking to be like, I mean, every song is distinct, but every song is good in its own right. It like for what it's aiming for. It does. Like on the target. Like, you know. So I'm like, That's something.
Besides, Dignified is the worst song in this album, and I'll tell you exactly why Dignified is the worst song in this album. I think Dignified is her attempt of making like a really socially conscious song about things that affect her in real life. If you know anything about Monaleo'S music, she's the one that got Don Julio popping last summer. So she's very much like a go out party girl drinker, and this song is about not drinking and driving. That's what the song is about.
Okay,
that song is about her being like all of us are drunk. All of us are outside vibing, looking around and be like, I'm the only one who could drive. And then the hook happens again. And then the second verse is her being like, oh, I killed my friends. And the verses hit. Like, I get the verses, but besides for she said pooper twice, I think that we got to go back and like, she said party pooper twice. I'm like, pooper is the rhyme you use twice. You got to get rid of that. Only use that once. You got to use a different word there. But also, I get that it's a very difficult song to write. But I do think bigger than that point, she shouldn't have sung that hook. She has amazing singer performances on this. Diary OG is one of them. Tamara Hill's one of them. Is one of them. Dignified is not that.
You didn't like her singing on
Dignified
it?
is the one. No, it's too big. It's too grand. Like I said before, that's where you use your Lizzo money.
Sure. Yeah.
If you got Lizzo paid, that's where you get the Lizzo to sing that. That's what Lizzo's good at. That's what Lizzo's good at.
She's not doing that right now, bro. She's rapping about sucking dick with grills in the A, bro. That's what she's on, bro. She's whispering
in Houston, in
whimpering.
H-Town.
Oh, not the A, the H. Yeah.
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 I don't know. I do feel like this is, to me, listen, me personally, and I don't want to pit a rap girlies against each other. As a cis hetero man, I get it. I give my presentation. I understand how this looks and how it sounds. But I have a tough time putting any of the rap girlies above Mona Leo at this point. Like, truly. I think she's shown to improve more than anybody else. I know the girls love Meg. Meg can't make this album. Meg is not nearly half as good as rapper as this. But, like, period. I know people love Doechii. I know y'all love her. And y'all should. The song that sounded like the 80s, which was Spear Change, niggas was like, was it inspired by
The Niles of
what's
River?
the name of the record? Niggas action in chat wasn't inspired by this. And I'm like, maybe, for sure. But Doechii can't write this record. Doechii is not good enough to write this record. When it comes to the rap girlies, there's nobody I'm putting above Mona Leo. I've been running around saying the praises of Mona Leo for a long time. I know a lot of people are just finding out about her because she's in a relationship that's the black love and married, and people are like happy to post pictures about that now, and that's cool. But don't forget her artistry.
Yeah.
Don't forget her artistry. She's one of the best.
I will say if
not the best inside her category.
Right. I think that's what I hope this album, more than anything, I enjoyed it. I think it is really good for what she's trying to do. But also, I hope it works for her. I hope this album like works and it's a thing that it's like, yo, Mona Leo. Because Mona Leo for a while, for the past couple of years, she will be a name that gets thrown out but not taken serious. I hope she gets taken serious with this project. I hope the people that are finding the album are like, okay, I like that Sexy Sulan, or I like Putting You Down. Let me go listen to it. Save enough songs from it. They're like, oh, I really like this. And then she can become like a permanent like rapper that we often refer to of like, who are the best rappers around. Because I think she deserves it. I agree with you. You'll be singing the praises forever. And now hopefully Who Did the Body's album that really puts her in the place she belongs in the first place.
I truly do think we do that, but this Mona Leo album, best in her class.
Potty mouth. Stop playing.
Well, hello, potty mouth.